You're halfway through replying to a message that doesn't need a reply. Your thumb hovers. You've rewritten the same sentence 3 times, not because it's unclear but because it doesn't feel right yet, though you can't say what right would be. The conversation ended 2 messages ago. You know this. But you're still here, refining tone, adjusting punctuation, making sure nothing sounds too casual or too formal or too much like you're trying. The other person is probably not looking at their phone. You hit send anyway. The slight drop in your chest tells you it mattered more than it should have. You stand up from your desk without deciding to. Your legs move before your mind catches up. You walk to the kitchen. You don't want anything. You open the fridge. The light is cold and uninviting. You close it. You check your phone. Nothing has changed in the 4 minutes since you last looked. You feel the need to be somewhere else, doing something else, but there's no clear elsewhere to go. The apartment is the same in every room. You return to your desk. The document is still open. The cursor still blinks in the same place. There's a tightness across your shoulders you didn't notice forming. It's been there for hours, maybe longer. You roll your neck. It cracks quietly. The relief lasts 3 seconds. Then the tension returns, resettling into the same grooves. You adjust your posture. Straighten your spine. Pull your shoulders back. It feels forced. You relax again. The slouch returns immediately, familiar and wrong at the same time. Your body doesn't know what it wants. Neither do you. The task in front of you isn't difficult. It's small, actually. Manageable. But it sits there like something larger. You've been circling it for 20 minutes without starting. Not because you don't know how. You do. But beginning feels like stepping into cold water. You think if you wait a little longer, it'll feel easier. It never does. The longer you wait, the heavier it gets. You know this pattern. You've seen it dozens of times. You do it anyway. Someone texts you. You read it. You don't reply right away. You tell yourself you'll answer in a minute, when you have time to think about it properly. The minute passes. Then 5. Then 20. The notification sits there, unread but read, demanding something you're not sure you have. It's not a hard message. It's friendly. Simple. But replying feels like opening a door you're not ready to walk through yet. You leave it. You'll get to it. Later. When it feels right. It never feels right. You scroll without purpose. Not looking for anything. Not even bored, exactly. Just filling time between thoughts. The screen gives you something to do with your hands, your eyes, your attention. It doesn't satisfy anything. But it keeps you from sitting with the quiet. You read headlines without finishing them. Watch videos you don't care about. Click links that lead nowhere you wanted to go. 10 minutes disappear. You don't remember what you saw. You put the phone down. It feels like failure. You pick it up again 30 seconds later. The coffee on your desk is cold. You don't remember making it. You take a sip anyway. It tastes like something you should have finished an hour ago. You leave it. It joins the other half-finished cups scattered around the apartment. Evidence of starting things. Never quite finishing them. You think about cleaning up. You don't. The clutter isn't the problem. It's just easier to see than whatever is. You're late to nothing. There's no meeting. No appointment. No one waiting. But the feeling is there anyway. The sense that you're behind. That time is moving faster than you are. That everyone else is already ahead, already done, already on to the next thing while you're still figuring out the last one. You check the time. It's earlier than you thought. Or later. Either way, it doesn't match how it feels. You open your calendar. Everything is exactly where you left it. Nothing has moved. You still feel late. Your breathing is shallow. You notice it the way you notice background noise once someone points it out. Suddenly it's all you can hear. Or feel. Chest tight. Breath small. Quick. You try to breathe deeper. It feels unnatural. Like you're performing breathing instead of just doing it. You give up. Let it go back to shallow. At least that's automatic. There's a call you're supposed to make. Not urgent. Just something you've been putting off. The longer you wait, the stranger it gets. Now it's been too long. If you call now, you'll have to explain the delay. Which means admitting you forgot. Or didn't care enough. Or were avoiding it. None of those are true. But they're close enough to make the call harder than it should be. So you wait. Another day. Maybe two. Until the gap is so obvious that calling becomes the only option. You'll do it then. When you have no choice. You close a tab. 3 more are open behind it. You don't remember opening them. You don't need them. But closing them feels like giving up on something. Like admitting you're not going to read that article. Or watch that video. Or finish whatever half-started thing you opened it for. So you leave them. They sit there. Waiting. Accumulating. 30 tabs. 40. More. A quiet pile of things you told yourself you'd get to. You won't. You know this. But closing them means admitting it. Someone walks past outside. You hear their footsteps. Steady. Unhurried. Going somewhere. You wonder where. What they're doing that doesn't require this much effort. Whether they feel this same weight or if it's just you. You don't know them. You'll never see them again. But for a moment, their ease makes yours feel heavier. You think about stopping. Taking a break. Actually resting. But rest feels like something you have to earn. And you haven't earned it yet. You haven't finished enough. Produced enough. Done enough to justify sitting still. So you keep going. Not working, exactly. Just not stopping. Scrolling. Clicking. Moving from one small task to another without completing any of them. Busy without being productive. Tired without having done anything that should make you tired. This is the middle of the day. This is most days. The light outside changes. You don't notice when. The room gets dimmer. You don't turn on a lamp. You just sit in the half-dark, staring at the screen. The glow is enough. Barely. Your eyes hurt. You blink. It doesn't help. You keep staring. You think about what you're supposed to be doing. The real thing. The important thing. Not this. You know what it is. You've known all day. But it sits somewhere out of reach. Not because you can't do it. Because starting it means admitting you've been avoiding it. And once you start, you'll have to finish. And finishing means being responsible for the result. So you stay here. In the space before starting. Where nothing has gone wrong yet. Where you can still tell yourself you'll do it later. When you're ready. When it feels right. When the urgency finally matches the importance. But nothing feels urgent. Or everything does. You can't tell the difference anymore. The message you need to send feels as pressing as the project that's actually due. The email you should read feels as heavy as the decision you've been postponing for weeks. They sit in your mind with the same weight. The same pull. The same quiet demand. And because everything feels urgent, none of it moves. You stay still. Waiting for something to shift. For one thing to rise above the others and announce itself as the thing that matters. It doesn't happen. They all just sit there. Equal. Immovable. Urgent and not urgent at the same time. You stretch. Your back cracks. You feel older than you should. Tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. You've slept. You're still tired. The tiredness lives somewhere deeper. Somewhere 8 hours of rest doesn't reach. You think about lying down. You don't. Lying down without being finished feels wrong. Even though you're not close to finished. Even though you won't be finished today. Or tomorrow. You stay upright. Half working. Half resting. Doing neither properly. Another notification. You glance at it. Decide it's not important. Leave it. But now it's there. In your mind. Taking up space. You'll have to deal with it eventually. But not now. Later. When you're done with this. Except you're never done with this. There's always something. Another message. Another task. Another small thing that isn't urgent but feels like it is. They stack up. Quietly. Without announcement. Until you're surrounded by things that don't matter but demand your attention anyway. You stand again. Walk to the window. Look outside. People are moving. Cars. Bikes. Everyone going somewhere. You're not. You're here. Doing nothing that feels like something. Something that feels like nothing. You watch them for a minute. 2. Then you turn back. The desk is still there. The screen is still on. The work is still waiting. You sit down. You don't start. You just sit. Staring. Thinking about starting. Thinking about how much easier this should be. How it used to be easier. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe it's always been like this. You can't remember. The room is darker now. You still haven't turned on the light. You should. You don't. The dimness feels appropriate. Matches something. You're not sure what. You keep working in the half-dark. Or not working. Just sitting. Moving the cursor. Clicking. Scrolling. Making small motions that look like effort but don't produce anything. This is how the day goes. This is how most days go. You'll finish something eventually. Probably. But not because it became easier. Because you'll run out of time to avoid it. Because the deadline will arrive and force your hand. Until then, you sit here. In the space between starting and finishing. Where everything feels urgent. And almost nothing is. You notice your jaw is clenched. You relax it. It tightens again a minute later. You don't notice this time.